Have you ever felt, as a child, that something was different about your life? Like an invisible thread connecting you to something much bigger and more mysterious than you could understand at the time. Maybe you felt like you were destined for something special, even if you didn't fully know what that was. It's not just your imagination. Many people experience moments in childhood that hint at a greater purpose. These signs, although small or hard to understand at the time, are clues leading you toward a unique calling. Your life might feel guided by an invisible hand, pushing you toward something bigger. You may have had moments that felt strange or hard to explain, times when you felt like you were part of something much larger than yourself. These moments are more than just coincidences. They could be signs, guiding you toward your true path. Today, we're going to talk about 8 signs that could prove you were meant for something special. These signs were probably there all along, hidden in your childhood experiences. They might not have made sense back then, but when you look back with a new perspective, you'll see they were preparing you for something amazing. Let's start with the first sign, early challenges. Many of us face difficult times in childhood. Maybe you were excluded from certain groups, misunderstood by others, or felt overwhelmed by situations you couldn't control. At the time, these moments felt like obstacles, but in reality, they were building the strength you needed for later in life. These challenges weren't just there to hurt you. They were shaping you into someone stronger, more resilient, and more empathetic. The pain you experienced helped you understand others who go through similar hardships. It gave you a deeper connection to human nature and the ability to help others facing tough situations. Looking back, you might realize that each challenge made you a better leader, a better friend, or someone others could turn to for support. These early difficulties were preparing you for the larger challenges in life, challenges that would test you, but that you would be ready to face with the strength you developed in childhood. Think about it. Have you ever gone through something that, although difficult, made you feel stronger and more prepared for what's ahead? Those moments were signs that you were being shaped for something important. Next, let's talk about experiences of protection. Have you ever found yourself in a dangerous situation, only to come out of it unharmed, sometimes in a way that didn't seem possible? Or perhaps there were moments when you were guided away from risky decisions or negative people without really understanding why. These moments aren't just luck or coincidences. They are signs of a higher force protecting you, ensuring you are safe and ready for the journey ahead. You might have experienced these moments of protection in small ways, like a chance encounter or an unexpected decision that changed your path. It's easy to brush off these moments as luck, but what if they were more than that? What if they were signs that your life has a greater purpose, and you're being protected for something important? Think back to those moments when you were saved, guided, or protected, whether it was from physical danger or a life-changing choice. These experiences might be more meaningful than you think, and they could be signs that you were chosen for something bigger. Now, let's dive into another sign, a deep curiosity about the mystery of life. As a child, did you often find yourself wondering about the big questions, like what happens after we die, or what your purpose is in this vast world? Did you wonder what the meaning of suffering was or why certain things happen the way they do? This curiosity is not just a passing interest, it's a reflection of a deeper connection to something beyond the ordinary. If you constantly asked questions that others didn't think to ask, if you felt a pull toward understanding life's mysteries, it could be a sign that you're connected to something much larger than yourself. That thirst for answers helped you develop critical thinking and an ability to see beyond surface-level appearances. You weren't just living day by day, you were already searching for clues about your role in a greater story. And even though you might not have understood it at the time, that search for meaning was preparing you for the path you're on today. As you reflect on your childhood, ask yourself, did you feel a deep connection to the mysteries of life? Did you constantly seek answers to questions that others didn't even think to ask? If so, it's possible that these questions were part of a bigger design guiding you toward your purpose. Let's talk about the feeling of being different. Growing up, did you ever feel like you didn't quite fit in with others? Maybe your way of thinking, your interests, or how you saw the world were different from your peers. At times, this made you feel isolated or misunderstood, and it was easy to wonder if something was wrong with you. But that feeling of being different wasn't a curse, it was a sign that you were meant to walk a unique path. While others followed the usual patterns, you were being pushed to think outside the box, to explore different ways of seeing the world. This feeling of being different was shaping you into someone who would one day make a mark on the world in your own special way. That sense of being out of place wasn't a mistake, it was a sign that you were destined for a path that didn't follow the usual rules. So, if you ever felt different or misunderstood as a child, remember that this was preparing you for the journey ahead. You were always meant to stand out and create your own way. The next sign is your connection to nature. As a child, did you find peace in the natural world? Maybe you loved to sit outside and watch the sunset, listen to the wind through the trees, or spend hours observing animals. These moments weren't just about enjoying the beauty around you, they were signs of a deeper connection to the world's creation. Your relationship with nature gave you a sense of awe and gratitude, reminding you that you are part of something much bigger. Nature wasn't just a place to escape, it was a guide, helping you feel connected to something greater than yourself. Every time you felt that sense of peace in nature, it was a reminder that you're part of something much bigger, something that's been with you all along. Your connection to nature might have been one of the first signs that you were destined for a special purpose. Let's talk about your attraction to inspirational figures. Did you find yourself drawn to stories of real-life heroes? Maybe you admired people who changed the world, spiritual leaders, or anyone who sacrificed their lives for a greater cause. While other children might have loved fairy tales, you were inspired by real stories of courage, strength, and purpose. This attraction wasn't just about admiration, it was a sign of your own potential. It was showing you that you too could make a difference in the world. These heroes weren't just figures from the past, they were reflections of the future that you would create. Your life was meant to inspire others, just like the people you admired as a child. Think about the figures that inspired you growing up. Were they people who changed the world? Did their stories make you want to do more, be more, and make a difference? If so, it's possible that you were always destined to follow in their footsteps and become someone who changes the world too. Finally, let's talk about your deep sensitivity toward others. As a child, did you have an extraordinary ability to sense what others were feeling, even when they didn't say anything? You could understand their joys, their struggles, their pains, as if you were feeling them too. This sensitivity isn't something everyone has, it's a gift. And it's a sign that you were chosen for something important. Your ability to connect with others on a deep emotional level has prepared you to be a source of comfort, a guide, and a beacon of hope for those around you. If you've always been able to understand people's emotions and provide them with support, then you were being prepared for a larger purpose. Your gift of empathy isn't just something that makes you a good friend, it's part of a unique path you were meant to walk. Now that you've explored these 8 signs, take a moment to reflect on your own childhood. Did you experience any of these signs? Maybe you felt that deep connection to something greater, or perhaps you've had moments of peace, protection, or inspiration. Whatever it was, know that these clues are part of a bigger picture. Your life was never random. You were chosen for something special. It's up to you to recognize these signs and live your purpose to the fullest. If any of this resonates with you, share your experience in the comments below. Let us know which of these signs has been most significant in your life. And remember, recognizing these signs is just the beginning. Living your calling is the real challenge, but it's also the most rewarding journey you'll ever take.